hard you could let go. It's not true. No one tells you so. It's up to you. It came together one bright and sunny day. They made a difference no matter what was said. A world delivered, a world without dismay. They fought each other till love turned them away. It came together one bright and sunny day. They made a difference no matter what was said. A world delivered, a world without dismay. They fought each other till love turned them away. No room for others, no unrelenting way. A family shattered under the dark decay. Decide forever, you don't have any room. Do unto others, but don't look like a fool.
And we're live. Welcome to
The Crosspod?
Wordcast.
Yeah.
It's Crossword puzzle podcast that we do sometimes. It's been a minute because, you know, life happens, things happen, but we're back. And I'm Daniel.
And I'm David.
And we're still sans Lindsay, but she does send her love. You could say she sends double her love. I know I invited her to just jump on and share like an art section.
Yeah.
But she's, you know, she has a lot of good art to share when I got a chance to visit with her earlier today. So that was but still pretty busy. So probably not gonna be able to jump on.
Okay, that's fun that you got to visit with her.
Yeah. But yeah, David, how have you been? Have you been crossing words since last we joined each other for the pod?
I have been doing the crossword occasionally. I tend to do it less than I've ever done it before, really, especially when I'm not at work, where the New York Times gets delivered then it just, if the puzzle's around, it'll get solved. But the New Yorker puzzle is what we've done at work. Just leave it, because it's kind of hard, and we leave it out, and it could take a week or two to solve it, and people just kind of whittle away as they go.
And the New Yorker does a weekly, or I can't remember. Well, how often?
At this point now, they do like 3 a week. Monday is the hard one.
That's right.
Friday's
but
the easy one.
They don't do like print issues of their magazine.
No, it's an online. It's an online offering. But I do think they have printed some occasionally.
And does the New Yorker have their own Will shorts? I mean, obviously they don't have their own Will shorts, but maybe they have their Will. Will
something
Talls.
They do have someone that kind of runs that whole area, that section. I can't remember her name, but actually there was an article that she wrote about her time doing crossword puzzles, and it's she's a personality of as well in the crosswording world. I don't remember her name. Chomsky something.
Chomsky.
Not Noam Chomsky, and no one related to him, but someone. Shlumsky, something like that. We've solved her puzzles before.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah,
it's Anna Klumsky.
Yeah, and I think her puzzles have been she's contributed to the New York Times, I think.
Anna Klumsky, that was a child actor in what was that? My Girl.
Is that it's not that person? So
that's Anna Klumsky, David.
So okay, well.
Sorry, I was pulling your leg.
Okay, I'll get the name of this person for you before the end of the episode. How about that?
Okay, that's good. Well, in the absence of us crossing words, I feel like we've both maybe taken up a few other kind of little games. You and I have shared, at least with each other, a little bit, the box office game.
The box office game from another podcast that we listen to and have referenced before.
Yeah, many times, the Blank Check.
Yeah.
So the box office game is just a web app that you can go to boxofficegame.com probably.
It's boxofficega.me.
Oh, that's right. Ga.me. That's great. I continue to do that daily. I do not finish it daily. Wow. But it's been a fun little ride. So
and for people who don't know, it gives you a weekend, some date in history, in box office history, and it gives you the top 5 movies of that weekend, and it gives you a little bit of information, and you can chip away, you can reveal information. The hints that you reveal lose it. You forfeit points by asking for hints, and then eventually the goal is to guess the movies that were with as few hints as possible, getting as many points as possible, guessing the movies the top 5 movies of the weekend.
Well, I feel like it's very similar to a game that I've played. I feel like you and I have played this game, which is essentially 20 questions, but for movies, where I think of a movie and then you have to ask me yes or no questions. Except that you don't get to ask questions, you just get to reveal very limited pieces of information, like the first listed actor in the first build, the director, the tagline,
the genre.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to know. People who haven't played the game won't know what we're talking about. But while we're talking about, people haven't. If you've never played it, pause, go play, come back. Now I'm curious to know, Daniel. What's your reveal?
What's my strategy?
Your hint
reveal
strategy.
Yeah. So I almost always I think one time I was able to guess a movie with no hints just from knowing, because the things they automatically reveal to you are how much money it's made
Yeah.
in the week
that week. Yeah.
that week, and then how far into its run it is. So if it's been out for 2 weeks, then it'll tell you like it's number 2. Last week it was number 1 during its
Right.
first week, and then it gives you the total of how much it's made so far. So that information is already there, plus the distributor, and that can go a long way. If you get a distributor like Walt Disney, then that can really help you think about the things that were coming out at that time. So I was able to guess when it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in 1989, I believe. And I saw that it was distributed by New Line, because we had that movie on VHS, and I watched that movie so many times. And so that New Line, like
the ladder or the
the little things, I saw that so many times.
Well,
but
hold
then
on.
my
I gotta jump away for a second.
David does has a baby. So, well, let's say thank you to producer Sam at Salton Studios for making us go live this week once again. And we're gonna try and get back into a rhythm this summer, but if we aren't able to make it to a couple times a week, that's okay. Just go back to our back catalog. A lot of people have been doing that, have been looking at our back catalog, and our past episodes have been ticking up. So thank you to our listeners. You're back, David.
Yeah, just a baby that might have been choking but wasn't.
Oh, okay. Well, very glad it wasn't.
Yeah. Well, choked at first, but then ultimately stopped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, anywho, so just to wrap up real quick about the box office game, David,
Yeah.
the first thing that I usually reveal is the first actor. And if I don't know that actor at all, then I'll usually go to the tagline next. But if I do know that actor, and then I think, oh man, they were in tons of movies, Tom Cruise circa 1990, he's probably in a lot of movies. So then I might go to the second actor. Which gives you slightly more points than if you do the tagline. So,
yeah. Well,
what about you?
I've been removing the genre first, because it's the cheapest hint to reveal. It's only 5 points that you lose. So, genre, if you know The Weeknd, if you know the genre and you know how successful it was, you can start figuring it out. But it's a really hard game, and I have played it a little bit. I know you've played it. You showed it to me. I shared it with my friend David Liu, who is very good at this kind of thing, and he plays it and is a lot better than I am. So everyone that I know that plays it is better than I am at this point.
Well, we all have our skill sets.
It's set up like Wordle, where there's a new thing every day, and it's also shareable. So you're kind of it incentivizes you to share how you've done.
And right now, I'll just go ahead and apologize to our viewers. I have tremendous allergies at the moment, and so I'm having to blow my nose. I am muting it, so the listeners, you don't have to deal with that. So if you're watching this right now,
have to watch you blow your nose. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, that's been a fun game to play in the absence of our regular crosswording. But I'm pretty excited to get back at it tonight. Do we want to return and report on anything? Maybe I'll hop into our podcast feed and see what we had recommended in our art section.
While you're looking that up, I'm just going to mention that the puzzle, the cruciverbalist from the New Yorker named Anna Schechtman, Schechtman, and she wrote an article for the New Yorker that was published in the December 27th, 2021 issue called Personal History, Black and White Thinking, The Power and Pleasure of the Grid. I highly recommend it. In fact, I'll send it over. I'll shoot it over to you, Daniel, so you can keep it in the notes, maybe.
Okay. Well, looks like we did do an episode that didn't go out on our podcast feed because we lost part of the audio when
Uh-huh.
when we did it. But I don't remember what we shared. That was our live in studio live stream that
Oh,
we
right.
did. But looks like the last time we were on, you and I had we just sort of did a torrent of we did like 3 each, and I
Yeah.
talked about Cover Story, Dead Eyes, and
Love is Blind.
Love is Blind.
Right.
Yep. And you talked about Halt and Catch Fire, the Lex Friedman podcast, and the graphic novel The
Secret to Superhuman Strength.
Yeah. Can't say I've had a chance to go and look at any of those, so maybe
That's fine.
we'll just skip it.
Yeah, well, it's nice to remind the viewers this was a return and nothing to report, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And we have our buzz by. We can do that buzz by section where we talk about what beverages we're consuming right up front.
Yeah. Sparkling water on ice in a Starbucks cup.
I've got tap water
Nice. In a glass?
in a glass, melted ice, so it's
That's the
cooler
best.
than room temperature.
Okay.
And did we already thank our engineer Sam and
I
Sultan
did
Studios?
that while
Oh,
you
good,
were
good.
away.
Oh, while I
Yeah.
ran
Yeah,
away.
I actually
Okay, so
solved the puzzle while you were gone, so
you
I'll have
are
to find
good.
Something else to do.
You're so smart at puzzles,
Yeah.
Daniel.
Yeah, I like puzzles. All right,
Okay.
well, let's jump into today's then. Let's just do it.
Let's solve it, and then after we solve it, we'll do the etymological pass, and then we'll do
Mm-hmm.
one more art section before we go.
Perfect. Do you have yours?
I have it
Okay.
roughly. It's a general. Mine's a big topic. So
Okay. I have mine too.
good. Today's puzzle Thursday from the New York Times app is constructed by Jonathan M.K. It's May 26th.
That's I believe that's Jonathan M.K.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So maybe there's going to be some pun like that. The puzzle grid, it looks relatively standard, 15 by 15 probably there, and it's got an inverse reflection across from top left to bottom right.
And it's got a couple of 14-letter answers, and then a couple of 12-letter answers.
Likely they're part of a
Thematically
connected theme, connected set of clues. Should we jump straight to those, Daniel? The 20 across.
I always like to.
The 31 across, the 41 across, and the 57 across. Okay, going to 20 across. 14 letters long is the answer.
You've got to know when to hold them.
Italicized.
And that's italicized, which is from the song, The Gambler.
The Gambler, yeah.
I think that's what it's called. Yeah, The Gambler.
Every
you
gambler
gotta know
knows that the
when to
secret
hold
to
them.
survival is knowing when to walk away and knowing when to run.
Something like that. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so that's the first long answer and the first clue, italicized. The second one is 31 across, and this is 12 letters long, the answer.
And the clue is know when to fold them.
So far, it's just the lyrics to this Kenny Rogers song, right?
Yeah, I believe it is Kenny Rogers. Yep.
Next up is 41 across with another 12 letters answer.
Know when to walk away.
Okay, good. Now, finally, with the 14-letter answer, 57 across.
And know when to run.
Okay, so
okay.
This is
you
a
got
song
it.
I've
Yeah.
heard many. You know the tune, you know the Kenny Rogers. You've heard it and maybe heard covers of it. This is a song that has permeated the culture. We can't escape this song.
Nope. It's one with the art of pokering.
Do you have any from there? Is there somewhere you want to begin puzzling, solving? Do you want to go to the very center?
I kind of want to see. Yeah, I went to the dead center. It's
36
3 letters.
across, 3 letters. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be in the form of a thumbnail.
Okay, and then there's also 33 down, which is 3 letters long, and it's also the center.
Yeah, Snoopy group abbreviated.
So, I think
the Snoopy group is probably like
NSA.
Met. Oh, you think so? Snoopy group, NSA.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, or CIA.
More NSA.
More
I think.
NSA. Okay, cool. I was thinking that would be like Met Life or Met. The Snoopy, or Peanuts. Could it be just Peanuts?
Yeah,
Either of
Snoopy, like
those.
the character, the group of people, Peanuts. Yeah. Well, we'll find out what it truly is at some point as we solve.
Some point.
From here, do you want to just build out?
Yeah, or I guess we could glance around and see if there is something that unlocks the, if I tap around, maybe something will highlight all of those answers. No.
Yeah, I don't think.
All
Yeah, I
right.
don't think so.
That's
well,
fine.
what if we just do what we like to do typically and begin at the beginning, one across,
I
4
love it.
letters long is the answer.
The winner takes all. The winner takes it all group. And that's all capitalized and in quotes.
That's another
group.
Great song.
Oh, you know this song? The winner
takes it all. The loser has the fall. Do you watch? This was featured in the recent the show Better Call Saul.
Oh my gosh, that's been so good this season. But no, I do not know.
Well, it's ABBA. ABBA sings a song called "The Winner Takes It All." ABBA from Stockholm, Sweden.
I've heard of them.
And now what? Down to one down, I suppose.
Yeah.
A blank blank.
A blank blank. Bit of air pollution.
Bit of air pollution.
Maybe ash.
Ash. Okay.
Could be.
13 across. S blank blank blank.
Hardly a jaunt. Like a skip.
I don't know.
That doesn't look.
No.
Hop,
It's
skip,
like
and a jump. A jaunt.
A jaunt is like a short trip, and so it would be a long, like hardly a jaunt. It's a like a lengthy.
No, because hardly a jaunt implies that it's less than a jaunt. It's hardly a jaunt. It's just a skip.
Oh,
That's why I thought skip. But I don't think skip looks really great with the B from ABBA.
Oh, okay, yeah, let's
try. Or do you want a 17 across?
Or 17 across. H blank blank blank.
Told time. That's TOLLED.
So like a bell in a town it's chiming what time it is. It's tolling.
Like the hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Told time out.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Like the hour on the hour.
Yeah.
The bell tolls on the hour.
So maybe 4 down. Let's see what that looks like. That might be the best jump for it.
Yeah. A blank R blank blank.
That clue, concur.
Agree. Yeah.
Agree. So now 13 across has S blank blank.
David, do you concur?
I agree.
Okay. S blank blank G for our hardly a jaunt.
That's that hardly a jaunt, which is a slog.
Oh yeah, because a jaunt is like a kind of your light. You seem to be, if you move along jauntily, you're bouncing and you're excited.
Yeah, and a slog is like a heavy burdened burdened walk. Yeah. So and it is hardly a jaunt. They mean like more. It's more than a jaunt. Right? Like it's.
I don't think it's saying that it's more than a jaunt. I think it's saying it's the opposite of a jaunt.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Opposite of a jaunt. Good point. So we have good letters to begin 2 and 3 down. BLO blank 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 for 2 down.
Yeah, that clue is gas bag.
That's a blowhard. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, gas bag. And then 3 down. BOU blank 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 blank.
Anthony of Parts Unknown.
Anthony Bourdain.
Bourdain.
You watch that show, Parts Unknown?
I've seen a few episodes. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it often. We wanted to take inspiration from that, I believe, for the We Bike You stuff. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We have an opportunity now to play the True Clue game with 26 across.
Oh, excuse me. That's right. We do blank AA.
And for this game, we invent a clue that might produce an answer that solves this single blank square. Yeah. Blank
so
AA.
It could be something said sheepishly.
Bah. That's fun. That's a good one. What about it could be
we have Timberthrax coming in on the chat who says controls the skies.
Oh, FAA. That's better than anything I was going to do. Let's see what the true clue is then. Is it either of those two things?
What do you say? EWE, you.
Ooh, that's good.
Bah.
They do say ba.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
So that's like a 3 points, 2 points. I
At
can't remember.
least. Yeah,
It's been
2.5
a while.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we should jump to 23 down now. Blank B blank blank.
Light wind. No, excuse me. Light wind.
Yeah, that's an oboe.
Ha ha ha. Because it's a small wind instrument.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
And the
35
tone
across
is light.
is light, yeah.
The
Mhm,
timbre.
mhm,
Or the,
mhm.
okay,
Timbre.
now what? Yeah, the 23 across, you think? Or
True clue, 35
oh,
across.
35 across. True clue. We have EDN blank.
It could be Simpsons character.
Edna.
Yeah, that's one of Marge's sisters, I believe.
Oh, okay. I I don't know anything else it could be.
I mean, you could clue Edna differently, I suppose.
Right, yeah. I was gonna say maybe an Incredibles character.
Sure, yeah, it could be that. Yep. Isn't there like Edna St. Vincent Millay or something like that?
Ooh,
A poet?
if that's true, I haven't heard about it, but I want to.
So the clue is blank mode, animated film character who says, words are useless, gobble, 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 gobble.
Yeah, that's Edna Mode from The Incredibles.
Good job, David. 3
So
points.
I got a point or two there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So then, what now? 30. We've already looked at 20 across and 31 across, but now we have more letters, and maybe the clues are so opaque that we're not gonna know what to do with them.
Let's keep filling it around.
Let's keep filling 23 across then. OHDE blank blank.
Warriors words.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
That's like Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, oh bother.
Oh bother.
21 down, blank A, blank blank.
That clue, actress
Wasn't
Gilbert.
Melissa Joan Gilbert? That was Sabrina, Teenage Witch.
Melissa Joan Hart.
Melissa Joan Hart, excuse me. Who's
Gilbert. Mary Jane, actress Mary Gilbert. I don't know.
How about for 32 down, blank A, blank blank.
That clue, event with a dress code.
Probably a gala?
Yes.
Or a gala? What would you say, David?
The convenient thing is it's spelled the same way either way, so we know we can just type it in.
But what would you say?
I would say gala. I think I say gala.
Okay. All right.
What do you say, gala?
No, I said gala, but I would say gala.
Yeah.
Okay. Orig now is our 31 across, the know when to fold them.
Yeah.
Originally.
Yeah, but original, the L isn't going to work with NSA for Snoopy Group. Origin, it could be like INE. Origin. So let's do 21. Origami. The G after no, you put in too many.
Excuse me. Origami.
N.
Paper.
PSA. 31. Know when to fold them. That's funny. Yeah, that's right.
Do you think that's what it is? Origami paper, or could it be something else?
Origami paper. Sure. And then.
Okay.
And then 28. What do you want to do now? 5 down? 28 down?
5 down, yeah. 5 down. Blank, 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 blank. R, blank, M.
Speakers platform.
Probably podium, right?
That wouldn't fit, though.
That doesn't fit, so speakers platform. Eardrum?
Speakers platform.
Eardrum. Yeah, that doesn't quite go.
Doesn't. I'm not sure. What do you think? On to
28.
So the clue is for 31 again. Just to remind us, is you got to know when to fold them, and the answer is origami paper. It's just very literal.
Yeah,
and it's a little extra. Like you got to know when to fold them.
Yeah, that's cute.
Sure. So 28 down again is blank I blank blank.
Lettuce wrap lettuce.
Huh. I would have said iceberg.
No, not iceberg.
No, excuse me. Why did I say that?
Romaine.
Oh.
Oh.
What about butter lettuce?
No, you wouldn't. No, butter lettuce is too flimsy.
Gosh, I'm all wrong on the lettuces that I'm thinking of. Let's do 34 down. A blank blank blank.
German Film Award akin to an Oscar.
Do you know this?
No, I don't know from German Film Awards.
No, I don't. I don't either. Okay, what about what? 15 down,
Sure,
22 down. There's a
15
golden
down.
bear. I know. There's the.
Oh, and bear in German, I think, is similar to Spanish, which is like ajo or something, or like.
I think it's. I thought it was like BEHR or something like that.
Oh no, I think it's close to the Spanish one. I seem some the German word for bear sticks in my mind as starting with an A.
Well,
Because and
well,
what is the constellation that has a bear?
Ursa,
Ursa. Never
major
mind.
and minor, the two, I
Yeah.
guess.
Okay.
15 down. Let's confirm this paper. Got to get that paper right.
Yeah.
Blank 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 P.
Tiered temple.
Huh.
Not like a pagoda, maybe,
Oh.
or. All right, we'll come back to that. 22 down. If the E in paper is right, blank 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 E.
Clue is hospital scans, and hospital's abbreviated, so it's going to be like MRIs or something like that,
Yeah,
or CTEs, or I don't know, but
yeah.
it's going to be an S. And now we don't like paper. We like what was the N?
Plastic.
Paper or plastic? It's one
Yeah,
or the
those
other,
are
I
our
guess, right?
options. Yeah,
Origami plastic. Origami N blank blank S blank.
origami.
Is it a technical, like Japanese term for the paper?
You got me.
Well, let's move someplace else. I think we could do.
I mean, do you want to think on 20 across? You
Okay.
got to know when to hold them. That now starts with WRE
Yeah.
and then has like 10 more letters.
It's like a wrestling. Could be wrestling moves.
Wrestling moves. Yeah, maybe.
Wrestling something. So then let's work on that. Let's see what we have with 6 down. Blank 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 L.
Yeah, that clue is
Ooh,
Scott Turow memoir.
no idea.
Neither do I.
Never heard of them. 7 down. Blank 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 I blank.
Gertrude, who wrote "We Are Always the Same Age Inside."
Oh yeah, that's Gertrude Stein, which
Yeah,
is like the only Gertrude I can think of knowing.
Yeah, Gertrude. Yeah, that sounds about right. Gertrude Stein.
And now on to 8 down. Wrestling looking good. Blank 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 N blank.
Blank to this song from Hamilton.
Ooh, Daniel, that's your bailiwick, right? Blank
What
to
is
this.
musicals or
Musicals.
just music?
Hip
I
hop.
don't know. Hip hop musicals? It'll be.
I don't know the answer to this one. Blink to this. I bet we'll figure it out though as we build across. Should we do 5 across?
Yeah, 5 across is blank blank S blank.
Singer Diana
Ross?
Ross.
Yeah.
With the Supremes.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful singer. Okay, on to what? Did we look
14
at
across?
6? 14 across. Blank blank T blank blank.
Ready to go.
On tap. On
top?
ready to go.
Ready to go.
Set up.
Set
not great.
up. No,
not
it's
great.
not bad. Set up.
But the RS for 5 down is looking nasty.
Yeah, that one again is speaker's platform.
Speakers platform. Restroom. Trim maybe. Rig trim. Rostrum. And then it's on
top.
On tap. Let's find out. Can we look? Did we already look at 8 down? We did.
We already saw 6 down. Scott Turow memoir.
Yeah.
O-N blank L.
On
1 L.
Okay, so what's 18 across? S blank E blank blank.
Bye. See
See
ya.
ya. 1L.
1L. Hmm.
Scott Turo. 1L.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, then on to what do we already looked at 8 down, and it
Say
was
no
blank to
to
this.
this.
Say no to this. Say no to this. Okay. Should we look at 24 across? N O blank blank.
Well, if you assume that the say no is correct,
Yes,
then
that's a
NO.
big
Blank, blank.
assumption. Yeah.
Former Queen of Jordan.
That's Queen Noor, so NO works.
NOOR.
I think so. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. I guess it's possible she could have spelled it NOUR, but I doubt it. So yeah, but
Yeah.
say no looks nice, right?
Yeah.
And
So on tap
pagodas, my
and
friend.
pagoda.
Pagoda,
Yeah.
yeah. Like just like you said it
A
would be.
T or a D? Pagoda.
Pagoda with a D.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Origami blank blank AS blank. Origami
well,
class.
oh, you want that CIA in there.
Well, I just want to do something with the AS, and so
You've got to know when to fold them. You got to know when to fold them.
I
Origami
guess
class.
in
Yeah.
order to know when to
Okay,
fold them, you
sure.
go to
Yeah.
origami class. So maybe wrestling class.
You got to know they're all classes. 22 down. We looked at this CRT, CRE, what's it going to be? MRIs, we think. I think it's wrestling moves. Hold them. It's plural. You got to know when to hold them. Wrestling moves.
Okay.
Origami,
So
MRIs.
MRIs.
Yeah. And now even 31 across, it's plural. So it's got to be like origami birds or something. Cranes. No.
Cranes. No,
Let's look up 29 across. That's curious to me. 29 across. DI blank 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 blank.
The clue is often changed item of wear.
Huh. Diaper.
Diaper. Yeah, you know all about that, David.
I do. I've changed like 4 of them in the last few. Maybe today I've changed 4 diapers. So now we have 30. Let's do the top right hand corner. We have all this looks very interesting. 10, 11, 12, 10, 12, 11, 10, 9 down.
Start with 9. Blank 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 O.
Clue there. Jewelry designer Peretti. Don't know.
Nope, don't know.
I know a Peretti, but she's a comedian and it wouldn't fit. And she doesn't.
Oh, yeah. Chelsea Peretti.
Chelsea Peretti, yeah.
She's on Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, that sounds right.
She's funny on that. And she's
so,
a CBB, Comedy Bang Bang regular.
Yeah, she's funny. And now on to 10 down. Blank, 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 V blank P.
Maud Do.
Oh.
Like a mod style hairdo.
That's weird. Yeah, that's weird. Doesn't make the V
the
seem good,
V
but like something with a U up, like something up.
Oh yeah, like an updo is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about the V.
On to 11 down. We're not confident with letters we have, but we have blank 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 E blank E.
It comes to a point when it's too cold outside. Icicle?
Icicle. Yeah.
Like that?
I think it's something I.
2 eyes, yeah.
2 eyes. Icicle.
Is that right? Icicle.
Icicle.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
Wrestling
match.
You got to know when to hold them.
You do.
Match.
That's true. I think that's our best answer yet.
Okay.
And now.
So now I feel okay about class.
Good.
Because it doesn't have to conform
to the plural rule.
Yeah.
Good. I'm sorry I got us off the and CIA. They're Snoopy after all.
Yeah.
Now what? Do we want to do 9, 16, 19 across?
Yeah. Let's
we never looked at 12 down.
Okay. Yeah. That's blank 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 H blank R.
One who gives 1/10.
That's a tither.
That is a tither. Ding, 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 ding,
Yeah.
ding.
Tither Durden. Did we already look at 25 across?
I
Blank
glanced at
LE?
it. I did glance
Oh,
at it.
okay. Well, we'll skip the true clue game. We'll just go
Yeah.
good cheer. Ole.
Oh,
Probably.
what? Okay.
Ole,
Good cheer.
ole.
Oh, funny. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, uh, Ole. Yeah. What do you think of when you hear Ole? It's Spanish, like Spanish bullfight
It's just kind
cheers.
of like, yeah, right?
Yeah. Do you hear that song? Ole, 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 ole.
Oh, yeah, sure. They always do that at soccer games,
Yeah.
right? Or football.
And then do you know the song? Ba, 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 da, da.
I don't know that one.
Ole, and then they shout ole afterwards.
Mm, okay.
So there's a crowd behavior that I've noticed where some one person during a tense moment, like they sing that little tune, ba 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 da da, and then the whole
Ole.
crowd shouts ole.
Okay. That's fun. That's participation.
Yeah,
All right. Well, 9 across, blank, blank, IT,
that clue radiate.
emit,
Emit, yeah, I think so. 16 across, blank blank, CI.
central points,
Folk,
loci.
loci,
Oh,
nice.
it could be foci.
No, loci
Loci.
seems right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, what, nine down? True clue.
We
We already
already
looked.
saw 9
Yeah,
down, but we could true
so
clue
we don't
19
know.
across if we can get what the jewelry designer Peretti, maybe Ella
Yeah, but
Peretti,
that's kind of feeling out into the dark.
Elsa. You're right.
We just don't know. What about 10 downing? We have a lot of good letters now, so it's MO blank TOP.
Mop top.
Mop top for the
Like the Beatles,
mod
maybe.
do.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and now it's 19 across. It has one letter left.
yeah. Blank PIT. It
Yeah.
could be um, a necessary item for a luau.
Spit.
Although, wait, at the luau's, don't they roast the pig like in the ground or something instead of on a spit?
I'm not a luau expert, I'm afraid, Daniel.
Me neither.
But I was going to say classic camel comedic action.
Spit.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The true clue, though, is one having a turn at a roast. Hey-oh!
Spit. So it's
My
Elsa Peretti,
Yeah,
our friend, the jewelry designer.
yeah.
And then,
And we're halfway through.
good for us, 27 across now.
Blank you blank.
That clue,
Spice blank.
rum.
Yeah, and I think Timber Thrax threw that out there earlier, although we weren't
Oh.
looking at it. So
Yeah, I actually haven't been looking at the chat thread. I'm sorry about that.
keep an eye. So 21 across is filled in now. Actress Gilbert is Sarah. So we'll probably want to look up Sarah Gilbert, see who she is.
Yeah, in the etymological pass.
Yeah, find out the etymology of Sarah Gilbert.
Sure.
28 down, we've seen before, but now we have MI blank blank for lettuce wrap.
Lettuce. Lettuce wrap lettuce, which is a fun way to do a clue to have the same word twice. MI blank blank, no lettuce comes to mind.
No.
Well, I think 36 across before we had an S in there because of my thought, but now it has an I, so let's look at it. It's blank I blank for 36 across.
It might be in the form of a thumbnail.
So that could be like a GIF.
It could be a GIF,
the
yeah.
form of a thumbnail? Is that
Yeah.
or a pic? It could be like a pic or something like.
It could be pick.
What about 34 down? Have we seen that?
L blank blank blank.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
German.
the German Film Award, akin to an Oscar. So we're not liking the German word for bear.
No, not so far. Let's 41 across just for kicks and.
Yeah.
It starts with an L, blank blank blank, probably A, followed by 7 blanks.
And that's the part of the song that says, "Know when to walk away."
So, what kinds of activities involve walking or walking away?
Walking away. I don't know.
Leaving.
Well, should we do 46 across?
Did we already see 30 down? No.
Oh, no, we
AS
didn't do
blank blank.
that clue. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. As if. You like that? Is that one word?
37
Okay.
across. I blank blank blank.
The Music Man locale. Iowa?
Okay.
Seems like maybe could be true. Let's
Gary,
see if that.
Indiana. They talk about Gary, Indiana, but
Oh,
that's a different location, right? That's not.
I don't know. I haven't. You say I'm the music man, the musical man, but I'm not.
Well,
I mean,
let's
maybe
see how it goes though. Here with 40 down, a blank blank blank.
section of a Sunday newspaper.
Could it be the arts?
Yeah, I think it's the arts.
Okay, then 50 across. Blank blank T.
Butter, e.g. Like a pat? Could that be like?
Oh, yeah.
It's
I
kind
guess
of
that's weird.
yeah, like a butter pat. Fat. Oh, fat says Timberthrax.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good stuff. Timberthrax. Now what? 38 down. 39 down.
yeah. 38 down. O blank F blank 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 blank.
The clue is risque.
We like off.
Ooh.
Off topic, off kilter, off center, off.
Off theme or off.
Hmm.
Well, what about 39 down? W blank A blank 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 blank.
What is your greatest blank? In quotes, and then in parentheses, interview question.
Weakness, probably.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe this is like offer or
Know
something.
when to walk away or differ.
Last offer.
Oh.
Find. Know when to walk away.
What
You
about
might
50?
walk away from a salesman that won't give you the deal that you want.
Right.
You know, it's like a sales technique in walking away. Huh.
Yeah.
How about 55?
55 across. Yeah. Blank 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 KS.
Box markings.
Box
Um,
Nicks, like KNICKS, like from boxing.
bruises. Yeah, I don't know
Well,
about.
what about 40 or 62 across, 66 across, and 69 across? Let's work from there.
62 across is blank blank E blank.
That clue: earnest request, plea.
Thanks. Timberthrax 2 chimed in
Nice.
simultaneously.
Nice. It's if we can agree on it, then it's probably right.
Oh yeah, even better. Yeah. 66 across blank blank S blank.
Snack as on a knish. It's probably nosh.
Nosh. Okay, so then if that's true, then true clue for 63 down, A H blank. Sound you might hear during a massage.
Ah.
Oh no, wait, sorry. That's wrong. Sound you might hear in a classroom or in a science experiment.
Aha. Is that it?
I was going for ah.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm going to do sound you might hear at while striking gold.
Aha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the massage one, don't they usually write that AAH?
Could be.
Okay.
Could be.
The true clue, why that's it.
Aha.
Aha. Good job, David.
Thanks. 69 across now, blank blank SA. Oh my gosh.
Blank major.
Ursa. We were just talking about her.
I know, crazy.
Well, what's going on with 56 down? Blank blank PNU?
College Sports Channel.
Oh, ESPNU.
ESPNU. Sounds right. Sounds
great.
like a thing.
Yeah, sounds great.
Off-color
jokes are risque
jokes.
Nice.
Okay. Love me some off-color jokes.
Do you?
Oh, yeah. This isn't going to be my art section, but I did watch the George Carlin documentary on HBO.
Okay. And pretty great.
Pretty great Indeed, yeah.
Okay.
Very fascinating figure.
Good.
And very funny and very off
Yeah.
color.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'll have to check it out, even though you're not technically recommending it in our
Well,
formal method.
I am. I'm just not going in depth.
Yeah.
It's technically not my submission for the arts section.
Okay, well, what about 45 down then? We have 40 O blank blank blank.
Org with thousands of inspectors.
That's got to be
OSHA?
OSHA. Yeah. Nice.
Nice. That's how that's spelled. OSHA.
That's how I spell it.
Okay.
Occupational
Good.
Safety and Health Association or something.
Checks. Yeah,
Checks.
because you check boxes.
No one to box markings. Oh,
Checks. Yeah.
checking boxes. Okay. Okay, great. What do we got? We got ASIN coming up with 57 across.
Yeah, that's our
no one to run. Okay. Mason. Okay, well, what about, I guess we could do 49 across, or we could do 44 down. We don't have a lot of footholds here.
Let's do 49 across. Blank, blank, S.
Small batteries.
Double A's?
Double A's. Ahs.
Ahs.
And now
Okay.
44 down is blank AC, blank, 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 blank.
Prepared to skate.
Laced up.
Nice.
That's what I do. And okay.
Yeah.
How
Whenever
are we
you're
feeling?
about to skate, you lace up.
Yeah. Okay, so 57 across is ending with like reason or treason or something like that.
Know when to
run.
Season maybe?
Oh, season.
No.
Okay. Yeah, when is the time like to run? It's like a marathon season or something.
Marathon season?
I don't know.
Fits.
Okay, well, it might not be right though. So let's do 59 down. Confirm S blank blank blank.
A Song of Ice and Fire, for example.
That
It's
is
a saga.
a saga. Okay, yeah, that's the Game
Yeah.
of Thrones stuff.
Yeah.
Uh,
68 across.
Okay, blank blank AP.
Exclamation after a witty comeback.
Snap.
Snap. Yeah, I exclaim that all the time.
Nice.
Yeah, producer Sam just did the finger flip.
It hurts your hand if you do it too much.
Yeah, if you got big fingers. 65 across. Blank, blank, blank. GU.
The child, also known as Baby Yoda.
Grogu.
Grogu. Leave it up to Daniel with his Star Wars encyclopedic knowledge.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's not like deep trivia right there. It's just
Grogu is popular culture, I guess, at
pop
this point.
culture, yeah.
Okay, on to 54 down. Blank N, blank ON.
The clue. Whopper ingredient. Oh, onion. Okay.
Onion. Okay, where to now? 61 across. Blank blank IAD.
Water nymph. It's like a Iliad, Triad,
Yeah.
something.
It's
None of those though.
Yeah, I don't know. 53 down. Blank O, blank RS.
Shoots up. It's not a very good clue to think about right now.
Well, it could be drugs. So think about it that way. On the positive side, Daniel, it could be about drugs.
On the positive side, it could be about drugs. Hui.
Yay. Under what? 52 across.
Yeah, blank, blank, blank. Oh.
Blank facto.
Ipso
facto.
Yeah. So shoots up.
Soars, like soars in the sky. You know, like an airplane.
Yeah, or like on the charts. It shoots up on the
shoots
charts.
up. Yeah. Okay, now we have 43 down for us. It's blank blank PH blank G.
Erasing as data. I don't think
Wiping
marathons.
No good, but it's something with an ION at the end. So wiping is what we have for 43, erasing as data. And now we have blank 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 ION season. And the clue was and know when to run.
Yeah. Know when to run. Maybe you could run for office.
Oh, election season.
Election season. Also too soon. But whatever. 42 down. Blank blank IT.
The clue, Wilco. On
Looks
it.
like what on it, yeah. That's a army jargon.
Yeah, like radio. It's radio chatter, kind of.
Low.
Yeah, our military. Yeah, Low ball offer is the answer to it. Know when to walk away. Low ball offer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
okay.
believe it is.
Good work, Daniel. Now we have just a little bit left in that center piece, that 36 across. We got to get that.
Blank, 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 ANI.
The clue, 46 across, famed designer whose career was boosted by American Gigolo.
Must be Armani.
Okay, if you say so. 46 down, A blank E blank blank blank.
40 winks.
That's like a
Not
nap.
like- yeah, it's sleeping for sure, but it's something longer. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
R blank L blank 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 for 47 down.
That clue, provoke.
Provoke. Roll, rel.
Rile up. Rile up.
Rile up.
That's a
Oh,
couple-
that's our couple
Second
ups.
up. We got a couple ups. 7
Well,
up.
it seemed
Heads
like
up.
there might be some other ups earlier, like when
But they weren't ups. We have laced up
No,
and we have
downs.
rile up. But
48.
that's- Yes.
Yeah. 48 down. M blank E blank blank blank.
View from Catania in brief. Catania.
Catania?
That's Italy. Right?
So what do you see from Catania in brief?
You see, maybe there's
51 across. Blank eye blank.
that clue. Concern for a tailor.
For a tailor.
A tailor. Fit.
Yeah, fit. Obs.
Oh, Mount
So,
Mount Etna.
Clever. We've got Edna, Clued,
Yeah.
Clue Edna, and then an Etna. Okay.
No, an answer of Edna.
Oh, yeah, Edna and Etna.
Yeah. Etna
Mount.
and Edna in the same puzzle. Pretty fun. Okay, on to 60 across. Blank ET blank.
Moistens.
Wets.
Yeah. That brings up the question. You have a new baby, David.
I do.
And one of the things everyone knows about babies is they like to you have to deal with their diapers.
Yeah.
Their ones and their twos, but everybody calls the ones and the twos different things.
Uh-huh.
So I'm curious in your house if you've decided on what you're going to call the ones and the twos.
That's
not,
a very, you're really, you're assuming that we have something good to offer, and I don't know if we really do. We call number twos. We just call it poop. We just call it poop.
Poop. Okay, poop.
And then we say a wet diaper is a wet diaper, but there's also sometimes the modern diapers have color triggers. Like if it's wet, it turns a color. It turns blue.
Oh, okay.
And so we sometimes just say, "Oh, blue line," which means wet diaper.
Gotcha.
That's what I have.
Well,
there.
the reason I ask is, so one of my friends, I remember that with their kids when they were potty training them, they described it as wets.
Oh.
Like, oh, do you need to do wets?
Just like this, just like 60 across.
Just like 60 across.
Okay.
Moistens. Although that's the verb. Obs.
Yeah, not the noun, the action, the active noun to go that your friends made up. Okay, so where are we now? 64 across?
Blank, UN blank.
Pueblo people.
Pueblo is in... No. Puebla is in Mexico. Pueblo is...
I think
wasn't
that's
that
like an early
native...
early civilization in America.
But Pueblo, I think a Pueblo was like a... Was it a structure? Am I mixing that up?
Maybe.
Either way, I don't know. 67 across, blank PA blank.
That clue, places with springs, spas.
Yeah, spas. Okay. 58 down, I looked at it. I apologize.
So CS blank S, that's okay.
Print collectors for short.
Print collectors.
CS blank S. I don't know. Did we look at 46 down already? I believe we did.
Yeah, it's AFEW blank S.
A few, 40 winks. A few
Z's.
Z's.
So Pueblo people,
Zuna.
Zune.
I don't know about that. Well, let's finish the middle here, and then we can come back.
CSIs are the print collectors. Crime scene investigators. They're collecting prints at a crime
Prints,
scene.
fingerprints.
Yeah. Now
So
on to
Zuni,
36.
we'll
The
want
last
to
two.
look that up.
Yeah, we'll look up
Yep.
Zuni.
Well, so 28 down. MI blank B. Lettuce wrap lettuce.
Hmm.
M- 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 I don't know about that.
And then 34 down. L blank LA.
Maybe a Lola.
Yeah,
something?
German Film Award akin to an Oscar, a Lola Award, and then it might be in the form of a thumbnail. What could that be?
Bio.
A bio, a thumbnail, a bio thumbnail.
So 27 across, we've got Timbertrack suggesting that instead of rum, that it's rub. Spice rub.
Of course.
So then lettuce wrap lettuce could be BI blank B.
Bib lettuce.
Bib? Hey, we did it.
Pretty fast. We did it through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, should we look up some words? Should we look up Zuni? Sarah Gilbert.
Okay, Zuni. Just Googling
the Pueblo
here.
people. A Pueblo of Zuni lived in America's Southwest for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pueblo of Zuni. They got a website, ashiwi.org. And elections. Oh, wow. Let's find the wiki.
Yeah.
You want to read that, David?
The Zuni, formerly spelled Zuni, are Native American Pueblo peoples native to the Zuni River Valley. Today, the Zuni are a federally recognized tribe, and most live in the Pueblo of Zuni on the Zuni River, a tributary of the Little Colorado River, in western New Mexico, United States. The Pueblo of Zuni is 55 kilometers south of Gallup, New Mexico. The Zuni tribe lived in multi-level adobe houses. That's probably what you were thinking of, Daniel. In addition to the reservation, the tribe owns trust lands in Catron County, New Mexico, and Apache County, Arizona. They call their homeland Halona Ediwana, or Middle Place. And the word Zuni is believed to derive from the Western Carese language Acoma word Sini for or a cognate thereof. Okay.
Okay. Great. Well, that's Zuni people. The clue was Pueblo people, Zuni. Okay. Now we know.
Okay, on to, do you want to look up Naiad?
Yeah, Naiad. Let's wiki it first.
Yeah.
Naiad. In Greek mythology, the naiads, are a type of female spirit or nymph presiding over fountains, wells, springs, streams, brooks, and other bodies of fresh water.
Great.
So it seems like water, there was a lot of water stuff because there's water nymph, and then there was like, wasn't there something about springs, places with springs?
Oh, yeah. And wets.
Yeah, wets.
Moistens.
This is a really wet puzzle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
and let's
Sarah Gilbert next. Or do you want to look up the etymology of Naiad?
Well,
the next section of the
it
just shows
right
it. Okay.
Naiad in Greek, Roman mythology, water nymph, yada yada, Latin genitive naiades, from Greek naias, plural naides, river nymph, from naiein, to flow, from Proto-Indo-European naio, suffixed form of s now, to swim, flow, let flow. Okay. All right, that's fun.
Great.
What else? Let's look up ipso facto, because I don't think I ever feel super confident using that phrase. Latin adverbial phrase, literally by that very fact, by the fact itself, from neuter ablative of ips, he, himself, ablative of factum, fact. So by the very fact of. It's just kind of a really fancy way of saying like because, isn't it?
Maybe.
By the very fact, like,
Yeah, I guess so.
Due to,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a time I would use it in a sentence straight faced, and probably not. Maybe you could use it in like a academic paper or something.
Yeah, I think it might be a technical, like legal term or something too, right?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I could see that. Okay. Origami, wrestling, elections, low ball.
Sarah Gilbert.
Oh, yes, Sarah Gilbert. Should we jump to like IMDb for this one? Let's see her
Okay,
IMDb.
that's fair. That's fair to do.
Sarah Gilbert. Producer Roseanne.
And an actress in
she was
Roseanne.
an actress in Roseanne. Yeah, she played the daughter.
Okay.
And then she was in other stuff, like Riding in Cars with Boys with Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, never saw it.
Yeah, nominated for 2 Emmys. Cool.
And she's in Poison Ivy. That also had Drew Barrymore, probably. That's like they're chummy.
Although those were several years apart. But
okay, scratch it.
Scratch it. There's no way they were chums. They were not chumming the waters together. Anything else? Oh, let's see if I'm just curious.
I was gonna. No, you go ahead. What?
I was gonna look up spit and see if the type of spit comes from the same thing. Spit, sharp pointed rod for roasting meat. Old English spitu, a spit from Proto-Germanic spitus. Source also of Middle Dutch and Dutch spit, Swedish spet, which perhaps is
sharp
from
pointed.
Yeah. Roasting spit, German spit pointed from Proto-Indo-European spey, sharp point, see spike. This is also the source of the word meaning sandy point. Old French espoir, Spanish espeto, spit, and Germanic loanwords. Well, so spittle, comes from imitative form of spew, maybe. Spatlan, see spittle, and spiwan are more common, all from the same root. To spit as a gesture of contempt, especially at someone.
It is one of those imitative, like when you're saying it, you're kind of acting the action of spitting. It has a...
Yeah. Okay. Expel saliva. All right. What else? You had
so they're unrelated. What else? What about the word diaper? What a funny word.
What are you going to guess on the etymology of diaper?
French.
Yeah, a lot of the ER stuff does seem to come from there. Late 14th century diaprin, to put a small repeated pattern on a cloth. No, sorry. Diaper noun, mid 14th century. Costly silken fabric of one color having a repeated pattern of the same color woven into it. In Old French, diapre, diaspre, ornamental cloth.
It's dia means thoroughly, and aspros is white, just a white cloth.
Well, what does diaspora come from?
The same thing.
Well, what does diaspora have to do with white cloth?
Well, click on it.
Well, I don't see diaspora. Do you see diaspora in here? I'm just getting curious about it.
I do see it's not a link you can click on, but
dia, spiritual, scatter, sparse, sparine.
Oh, it's not.
So that's
it's
different.
Not aspros. It's diasparine, to scatter. Different.
Yeah, and this one is dia plus aspros, white. Well, that's interesting. The sense being, by 1590s, this led to a sense of towel napkin, or cloth of diaper. The main modern sense of a square piece of cloth for swaddling the bottoms of babies is by 1837 and became common in the 20th century. But any pattern constantly repeated or over a relatively large surface.
A diaper pattern.
We definitely don't use it that way anymore.
No, not me. What about Elsa Peretti?
Oh yeah. Was she what was she?
She was somewhat not an IMDb
designer.
person, yeah. A jewelry designer.
Jewelry, yeah. Elsa Peretti was an Italian jewelry designer, philanthropist, as well as a fashion model. Her jewelry and pieces for Tiffany & Co. including the 20th century collection of the British Museum. She was born in 1940, died in 2021.
Wow.
Okay. Well, no pictures of her or her. Well, here's some jewelry, maybe. Bowl with lid and tray, sterling silver. Interesting. And here's another
sterling bowl with gold wash.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's neat. Any others for our...
we could look up. We could just look up the etymology for origami. It's a funny word,
yeah.
right?
I assume Japanese. I mean, the art is Japanese.
I think so.
Origami.
Yeah, I wonder what the word means.
Japanese art of folding paper into intricate designs. 1956 from Japanese origami, from ori, fold, plus kami, paper. Fold paper. There you go.
It's very direct.
Yep, on the nose.
Yeah. Okay, so we've looked up all the words we didn't know.
Done
anything else you want?
Pass?
Now, yeah, we've completed our etymological pass, and we're ready to share our art section, if I'm not mistaken.
We are indeed. I don't have any chimes or instruments to signal. Maybe I can stretch my hairband and make a little rubber band, sort of.
Okay, go ahead and try that. Oh no, that's not working.
That's not working. Well, we'll just have to transition. Maybe I can make a slight whistling sound with my cup. Oh, I hear that, David. That's very nice.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's better. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's my hairband.
Good job. Your mic is probably a little better at that. My AirPod's probably doing some suppression.
Good for them.
Yep. All right. Well, shall we? Who shall begin? Me shall? I shall?
Well, why don't I go ahead? Just because.
Oh, okay.
It'll be fun for you to go out with a bang and close this out.
Good.
I have been, in the past I listened to a lot of, I've listened to audiobooks, and then I would watch the movies that were adapted from those audiobooks, and I would try to, but it's happened to a lot of different content that I've consumed. Is that I've watched a version of it, I've read a version of it, then I've read the comic book version of it, and then I played the video game of it. In this case, there isn't a video game to talk about, but I've been consuming the world of Agatha Christie.
Oh, interesting.
And from memory, from my childhood, we watched a lot of Agatha Christie TV serials, a lot of the Miss Marple series, and the Hercule Poirot series. And I always liked just the kind of silly mystery shows over the years, but I never really read her books. And so I've lately been listening to, and I still haven't read her books, but I've listened to. So I've watched some of the movies lately. Recently, the Miss Marple movies with Margaret Rutherford, and here at home we watched all of the Peter Ustinov Hercule Poirot movies. And then not just that, but also the Murder on the Orient Express with Albert Finney. So it's Albert Finney first, and then Peter Ustinov in the sequels. And we watched all of those, and we're kind of tired of Poirot really at this point. But BBC also generated like some radio shows for all of the big Agatha Christie works. So there's radio shows where you can hear different different actors performing the different parts of the like I'm in Poirot right now, but I'll be doing the Miss Marple ones eventually. It's just been a lot of fun because in the past I also listened to the definitive audiobooks for Sherlock Holmes, and it's a lot of fun to kind of hear the entire thing and understand the stories that are written prolifically for Arthur Conan Doyle. He's just wrote so many Sherlock Holmes stories. But then you get to Miss Marple, or you get to Agatha Christie. She wrote so much, and then you get in this rut of kind of reading the serial stories, and then the shows that get made based on her stories, and the movies that are being made. Recently, we've been watching also the Kenneth Branagh versions of Murder on the Orient Express and Death on the Nile, and we understand now that he's expanding the universe. It sounds like he's going to be making more and more like Agatha Christie movies.
Like maybe going into other than Poirot.
I think he might.
Maybe
he might go into Marple territory. Yeah. What
He
do you
might
know
be- he
about
might be
Marple?
Marpling.
Marple and Poirot, Daniel.
I do not know much about Marple at all. Poirot, I used to see. I think they were on PBS.
Uh-huh.
The series with is it who was the first guy you mentioned?
Well, I said Peter Ustinov. He was in a bunch of the movies, and before that, Albert Finney was in one movie, the Murder on the Orient Express. But the series, David Suchet, I don't know how you pronounce his name. SUC. This guy, David SUCHET.
This is what I've seen. I've seen episodes of this show.
Okay, this is what I was mostly exposed to for Poirot. I never watched any Peter Ustinov growing up. We watched a ton of this David, I don't know how to say his name, Suchet. That was on the air from 1989 to 2013.
To 2013, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. And Peter Ustinov, spelled UST. He's such a comedic performer too. His accent, and
he doesn't look familiar at all. He's old.
Yeah, I don't think you would know him unless you knew him from stuff. But
I do reckon he's dead center there. Is that him in the middle? Or no, that is
no.
Is that
I think
Robert
it's him
Mitchum?
with the big hat on the back. You know who he is? The only thing I know Peter Ustinov is he's the voice of Prince John in the Disney's Robin Hood. He's, stop hissing in my ear, that guy.
Okay. Yeah, I don't well, there he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And the Poirot character is an absurd comedic character. In these crime scenes
in the
and
books,
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And in the books and in the audio plays that I've been listening to, he's just extra. And we watched this one 13 at dinner with Peter Ustinov and Faye Dunaway. And the funny thing is that David Suchet is in this, but he's playing a different character. Like he's playing like he has like an accent from like I think it's from Newcastle, and so he's in an Agatha Christie
Suchet,
product.
not actually French.
No, I think he's English or something. I've heard him.
He
also was
French.
the villain in who was he? He was a bad guy in like an airplane movie where he was hijacking an airplane. Like not was it the one with Harrison Ford, Air Force One?
Executive Decision.
Executive Decision. That's it. Yeah. He's the bad guy that hijacks a plane in Executive Decision with Kurt Russell.
Oh, look at this Belgian super sleuth. I didn't realize he was Belgian. I thought
that's a big thing. Yeah, every time he gets introduced in the stories, they're like, "Oh, some Frenchman." He's like, "Excuse me, I'm Belgian." It's like that's like a clarification he has to make every time he gets introduced.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah.
And yeah. So
okay, but you've also been listening to audio books of this, and are they read by anyone of
No,
note?
no, they're not audiobooks really. They're audio plays. They're kind of performances, and they've got all like sound effects and
Oh, like like old timey. Are they old timey or are they
yeah, they're
new?
radio plays from I don't know when they were produced, but
Pre any of the visual depictions of Poirot and
no, I think
perhaps?
they're more modern than that. I think the BBC did them in like
Oh, okay.
the 90s or something like that.
Hmm.
I wish I had more information about those specifically, but you can look it up. Google it. BBC, uh, BBC Poirot, Agatha Christie, and it's just it's a lot of fun to listen to. The person who does Poirot's voice is no, that's the BBC Sounds.
BBC Sounds. Available episodes. Evil Under the Sun.
Yeah, John Moffat. That's his name. Yeah, so John Moffat plays the Belgian sleuth, and his, these are also very much the characters seem very familiar if you've read Sherlock Holmes. The eccentric detective is kind of dismissive and of people sometimes and hard to work with. He's very particular, and then there's he has Hastings as this kind of more friendly guy that follows him around and helps him solve things, but they kind of end up being he kind of like a pair, and sometimes Hastings is the one telling the story, so it's from the perspective of Hastings, kind of like to Holmes,
Watson
to Holmes, yeah.
Well, it's interesting that this guy John Moffat did these appear apparently in 1998, all of these BBC ones, but then he was also in the 1974 Murder on the Orient Express, and he was also in the 1984 Miss Marple.
But as something else, not playing
not
Poirot and not playing Marple.
Yeah.
Well,
a lot of
Moffat,
incestuous casting in
there is a lot of it. Oh, but that's another thing, is that in all of the Peter Ustinov Poirots that we've been watching, Maggie Smith plays a few different roles, like different characters at different times. And then I've learned that Maggie Smith has played, I think, Miss Marple at different times. And but also a lot of women, a lot of actresses have wanted to play the Miss Marple role. Is like I think Angela Lansbury played it, and Maggie, what's her name, Maggie Smith as well.
Maggie Smith, yeah.
But you're looking at Murder on the Orient Express, the original movie adaptation, and the Peter Ustinov sequels are all fun too, but they get worse. Kind of the production values descend and the quality. But they start out as this grand travel film where it's a huge cast, just like the Kenneth Branagh ones. It's star-studded, and they're actually filming where you expect them to. They're in India filming, and it feels like they're in India. You can see them sweating from it. But the Kenneth Branagh remakes lose all of that charm because they're just these green screen CGI affairs that don't feel like they take place anywhere particular. But the travel film idea, especially when you watch all these movies in sequence, it seems like you're hopping around the world with these stories, and it's very fun.
Cool. Well, I have consumed only a little bit of the more modern stuff. I certainly haven't listened to any of the radio plays, although that would be quite fun. I do have a fondness for radio plays.
Well, I can share mine with you if you like sometime.
Oh, sweet. Sidney Lumet too directed this one.
Oh yeah. And yeah, the caliber of actor gets worse and worse, and by the end there's this one called a Murder in 3 Acts that has Peter Ustinov going to a party, and what's his name? I can't even think of the actor's name right now. Tony Curtis is the main star in this, and it's like in the last Peter Ustinov movie, the Murder in 3 Acts, and Tony Curtis plays this actor but it's Tony Curtis at a very late age in his life when he's playing when he's getting worse roles, kind of, and it's not good.
Well, it makes sense. Sure, her stuff is out of copyright at this point, right? she was writing
Maybe, yeah.
those in the 1920s. Oh no, her first book was in 1920, and
I don't know enough about copyright law to comment, but yeah, it could be that it's in the open domain.
well, good stuff. Good stuff there. I'll check out some of the radio plays. That sounds fun.
Good.
I have seen the Murder on the Nile, and it was very bad.
Oh, Death on the Nile.
Death on the Nile, yeah.
Yeah, and that movie had other problems associated with it. It made it hard to watch for a variety of reasons. But if you thought like, oh, you just wanted to enjoy the movie, but you could see the original with Peter Ustinov, and it would feel like it wouldn't have any of the Army Hammer problems, and it would feel like you were watching actors who were standing in Egypt.
Yeah. Well, I'll check it out.
Okay.
I'll move on to mine to close this out here. And I was going to talk about Doctor Strange
And the Multiverse of Madness.
in the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No. I only
Okay.
I'm late to that kind of stuff, but I did see the Spider-Man No Way Home that has a lot of multiverses,
Crossover stuff there.
and there's madness, and Doctor Strange is in it, so it felt like a prequel.
Well, I will save that then, since you haven't seen it.
Okay,
because I think that till you've seen it.
Okay.
So instead, I will talk about what I referenced before. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and pull up my IMDb officially here, and I'm going to talk about Better Call Saul, because I have really been digging this final season.
Yeah.
Is it's just fantastic. And are you caught up on it?
I've been watching this season, but I'm 1 or 2 episodes behind. So
That's okay. Yeah.
I've seen what they've been doing to Howard Hamlin,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
and then I saw the boxing sequence that followed that.
Yep.
But that was all very interesting, and that's where I am right now. But I agree. Everything I've seen, it speaks to the power of the people who create this
So
series.
I just want to focus maybe on one aspect of the show in this, in my art section, and that's the cinematography.
Oh.
But also, I guess it's the storytelling a little bit too. At some point I realized that it was doing something. They were really approaching it differently than a lot of shows. They really they do a lot of great locked off shots where they basically put the camera in one place, frame everything up really nicely, and their openings especially, I think, make good use of this. So they, before the credits roll, or the intro, they do kind of a cold open, if you will, right? A lot of the times you don't know at all what it's about. Well, Steve's coming.
Right, you see people who are just doing some activity, and there's no explanation, no context given for why a group of people is packing a house up or something like that.
Sure, exactly. Yeah, that's one from this season. And I feel like this season has really cranked the dial up on its openings and making them really clever storytelling. It's usually very minimal talking. So the most of the information that's being conveyed is stuff you see happening on screen. But they do a lot of really great focus shots where you'll maybe start, and the shot opens up with something out of focus, or like maybe one thing in focus but everything else is out of focus, and it's not until someone walks into the frame that it gives you this clue. And they really take their time. They're really patient with these shots, and it really I find it so intriguing. It really like brings you into this moment. Now I see producer Sam leaning in, which means maybe he has some comments to offer on the Better Call Saul cinematography front or storytelling? Sam, do you have anything to add there? Or you're just listening in. He's just listening. But they that you can tell, and I think Better Call Saul has this whole component of Saul being a storyteller, and he has this college amateur film crew that he works with to produce various pieces of content.
Yeah.
And it's very clear that they love the process of storytelling through visual media, and it comes out especially in the openings, but throughout the show. This last episode, that's like the mid-season one, I think is super interesting, super well done. It I don't want to spoil it too much because you haven't gotten there yet, but it just opens up on a street and the camera just slowly pulls back. It's just a street at night, and you're thinking, okay, well, what could happen? Any number of things could be happening. There's not cars are just driving by. And then as it pulls back just a little further, you notice that there's a manhole cover and it pops open, and somebody slowly, they don't cut, just long takes, somebody climbs out of the manhole, puts the manhole cover back, and it's just then, and you're left to think like, oh, why was he doing that? And then they go through this entire sequence, and it's not until the very end of the opening that you realize why he was in the sewer in the first place. And I just think it's fantastic storytelling. Better, it seems to be surpassing Breaking Bad in my estimation, as far as like good storytelling goes.
Yeah, I've felt that way for a long time, that Better Call Saul is better, and it just seems so like an incidental spin-off that wasn't planned from the beginning. Obviously, it only exists because this other thing that was very successful exists. And I might even guess that this has less audience success than Breaking Bad had, because that was just a megalith of a show, right?
Yeah, it was huge, and I don't think this is as popular. I mean, I also think just in the few years that it's been out, it feels like cable content, cable or premium channels, premium cable content has just like shot up. There's way more stuff out there to watch.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a harder marketplace, but I think it's every bit as good, if not better, in many aspects. So.
Yeah, I think it has a lot more heart. I think that Bob Odenkirk, the show's been better, and I've been invested in it. And then Bob Odenkirk last year had a health scare where he got taken to the. I don't know if you tracked this when it happened, but he was taken to the hospital. There was a concern he had a heart attack, I think, and it was very fortunate that he noticed some symptoms, or it could have been fatal what he was suffering, but he ended up being okay, and then he went ahead and filmed the last season that they've been working on. But I feel like his character. I've always liked Bob Odenkirk, but I feel like his character is more likable, and the stakes of him going bad and breaking bad compared to Walter White. For me, Walter White was less likable from the beginning, and lost his likability early compared to Bob Odenkirk, who continues to just like ooze likability, even though he
oozes
does
other
some very
things
questionable
too.
things. Yeah.
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 And Kim, his partner, Kim Wexler, is a fantastic character. I feel like she's finally we finally understood her a lot more in this last season. So
that's the big open question, is like what happens
because she's not in Breaking Bad.
She's not part of Breaking Bad. Yeah. Big interesting storyline there.
Well, let's leave it at that. and we'll try to get back to do another episode maybe in a couple of weeks. We'll try to announce it beforehand so people can get a little heads up and check out our back catalog. People have been listening to our back catalog. You know, the listens are ticking up, and so people are still enjoying it. We'll try to keep.
You'll post our last live from the live studio one we did to the podcast eventually.
I think so. It is missing the beginning, but I can go back and then release that in the podcast.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you to Salt Studios producer Sam, keeping us on the air, and we'll be hopefully we'll get back into the live studio again sometime. Sam and I today were messing around with some visual holographic kind of stuff, and so maybe we can live stream some holograms of ourselves at some point. Okay, we'll work on that.
Sign me up.
Okay, cool. Anything you want to say to the audience, David, before we go?
Just a heartfelt goodbye.
Okay. Well, that's a pretty good place to stop recording.